On Panthers TV, in association with Jeremias Chimney Systems, joined by head coach now, Corey Neilson. Corey, welcome back to the Panthers. What made it right now for you to come back? What made the decision for you to come back to the club?
Well, that's a great question, Chris. Thank you for having me. You know what? I've been watching for years. I mean, I've been for I think 5 years. I've been a Panther fan, quietly watching, doing my own stuff in different countries, working hard, trying to improve myself, which was a big portion of why I left. And honestly, I was, it's just an opportunity that came up. Omar called. I saw again that the Panthers were struggling a little bit, and I just felt a big need to, be a part of the solution.
You mentioned there about growing yourself as a coach. You've had some great years in Europe. You won DL2 Coach of the Year. Has being in Europe, how much have you grown, do you think, as a coach for that experience?
Yeah, it certainly opens your eyes as to how hockey is done in different countries, how the players react to different contexts and situations. To be honest, I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the crazy challenges that were, different than the crazy challenges that present themselves in Nottingham. But yeah, it was a crazy experience just to, figure out different styles, really. Hockey's, for me, has always been a passion, obviously. The way the game works, the X's and O's, has always, to be honest, come quite naturally and quite easy to me. I'm a firm believer that if you, do this should happen, those kind of things. But also how different players in different countries react to different stimuli is quite interesting. So, yeah, I've learned a lot, developed, tactics and systems that, I think will work really well in the elite league.
You say you worked on tactics and systems. One thing that obviously everyone knows about your legacy in Nottingham, not just trophies, but the development of British talent that has gone on to win medals and take GB to the top flight. There's some young players in Nottingham, someone like Archie Hazeldine on two ways, Jack Hopkins as well on the two-way, players that I know that you know well, experienced players like Matthew Myers and Luke Ferreira, Jordan Kelsall, Craig Moore. I think I've been through them all there. How excited are you to be working with that British talent, which I know it means a lot to you?
Yeah, it's again great question. I'm extremely proud of the young men over the years that, not just players. And I think I've said this multiple times. The young Brits who I've been lucky enough to have associated with, they didn't just work hard, and they didn't just play well. They led, and they were part of the community. They're great men, young men, good human beings, and I'm really looking forward to it. I mean, obviously, I have a really good relationship, and I know Matthew very well, and Jordan and Feds from Great Britain. The younger fellas, Jack and Archie. I mean, they played with my sons, like young Logan, and I've seen them play since they were 5 years old, or 4 years old, I guess. And I worked with them all summer. We did skills and skating and development, and I think both of those two young men have great futures.
And how much of Paul? We talked about the club, but how much of Paul was Nottingham? I mean, it's been your home for what, 17 years almost, I think. How much of a pull was it to come home? I know you're back in the summer, but to come home properly, was that something that was important as well?
Yeah. I mean, I've been married for 25 years, I think, pretty close to it. I have a wonderful wife, and I miss her. Got a great community of friends there. But to be honest, I really love what I'm doing. I love consulting, and I started the business doing that, working with a lot of different teams. I really enjoyed that. I really enjoy the age group I'm working with now, this 17 to 21. I find that I have a really nice knack for that age group. But again, the call was strong. I saw what's going on. I think there's an incredible opportunity to get this group connected, and it's a big thing. Sometimes when watching the video, they just don't seem connected and invested the way things used to be when I was lucky enough to have David Clark and Adam Goodrich and Strack beside me, seeing how the guys really went out and put it on the line every night. So I'm looking forward to the challenge. It looks like it's going to be a big challenge, just getting everyone on the same page. But I also saw some really good glimpses of some great talents. So looks like a good opportunity.
Well, you kind of touched on there just finally. How much does that burn the fire for you to build something again? You look up the legacy that you've left. It's unavoidable if you walk in the dressing room. How much of the fire burns to try and build another situation like that, to take Nottingham back and going forward to where they once were?
Yeah, again, it looks like it's going to be a good challenge. Looking at the standings, we're quite a ways back at the minute, but there is. I have a immense pride of the legacy and what we accomplished, and it would be foolish of me to say that I'm going to come in and save the club, because that's not what I'm looking for. I just want it to be better. I love the Nottingham Panthers. I always have, ever since I first walked through the doors, and I think it's just an opportunity to take some really positive strides. It looks like the off ice production and stuff is amazing, what I've seen so far, but the on ice product, it's just got to kind of come with it, and we have to make sure that as a group, coaching staff, myself, the leadership in the group, and all the players are invested in the process, and that's what it's going to be. To be honest, it looks like it's going to be a process. It's going to take some time to build some consistency in the game, and to develop that trust. That's a big thing, trust and passion. And I think, I have a pretty good network of players in that dressing room that I know, and so I'm looking forward to it.
And just finally, it strikes me that it wasn't inevitable that your first game would be Sheffield Steelers.
Oh, yeah, I'm watching those dreaded orange jerseys right now. Actually, he interrupted me doing the pre-scout, so signed this morning and already to work. So, but yeah, they look good. They look good. They look like they're a strong team. It pains me to say, but yeah, I'm sure I'll get a warm reception when I arrive there.
Brilliant, Corey. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you real soon.
Wonderful, Chris. Good speaking to you.